for a current Nick here, Mark. Let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. He's going to take Kevin Love's spot.
Yeah, let's talk about Melo.
NBA All-Star game this weekend. Anthony's 10th All-Star game, and he had said he was looking forward to the break. You can't blame him for that, considering everything that's been going on, but here he is. He's going to go, and you've been covering him since he first came into the NBA in 2003. Yeah. Is this still a big deal for him?
You know, I think it is when he shows up, especially with his son, Keon, who's really old enough to understand basketball, and he's on the court with him, helping him a lot. I remember the days when it took a while for Melo to make it to the All-Star game. In 2005, when it was in Denver, Josh Howard got picked over him. Melo actually wasn't picked to be an All-Star until 2007. So now this marks his 10th appearance. He gets in double digits. So, yeah, I'm sure, I don't know where he's going to go, Cancun, whatever. But now that he's going there, I think he'll appreciate it at this point in his career. Also getting in double digits, and I know with his little son on the court being a ball boy, it'll be very special.
Mark, before we let you go, another guy making his way to New Orleans is Celtics guard Isaiah Thomas, and you recently sat down with him, chatted with him. What'd you guys talk about?
Man, I call it started from the 60th pick, and now he's here. It's an amazing story. In 2011 NBA draft, he gets picked 60th, the last pick. There's a lockout. He doesn't even have a summer league to prove himself, and he's 5'9". That was the year Jimmer got drafted. The Kings took a couple other guys. So he wasn't even expected to make the team. Now, fast forward 6 years later, you're talking about a guy who's traded twice and now is a two-time All-Star for the Boston Celtics. Super motivational story, especially for a kid who thinks the world is against him. He went back and talked about all his pain and his disappointments and his motivation that brought him from the 60th pick to a second-time All-Star now in New Orleans.
You used to work in Boston. You covered that team. Why is that fit so good for him?
Well, Boston doesn't care if you're 5'9". They don't care what color you are. They just want to know if you could play. And he said from the moment he walked in, they treated him with open arms. They loved him. They didn't care whether he was a point guard or not a point guard or his height or anything. He said the last time he felt that wanted and that needed and respected was actually back at the University of Washington before he played. Before he played for the Suns and the Kings. So it's just been a great fit from the beginning. He loves their tradition, and he's certainly going to be waving that green and white in New Orleans for him.
And they love him in Boston as well. He is NBA senior writer Mark Spears of The Undefeated. Mark, we appreciate the insight on SportsCenter AM.